Right then all, welcome back to the channel. Charles Leclerc has taken pole position in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of Sergio Perez, who has again finished ahead of Max Verstappen. But it could have been even better for Sergio Perez. But what went wrong? Let's discuss it here on the F1 Fan Zone. So Leclerc has taken pole position at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez, though, could have taken pole. He finished just a couple of tenths behind Leclerc, but more importantly, he didn't get a tow. And unlike his competitors, he didn't get a tow down the long streets, particularly the third sector of the Baku circuit. Now, having a tow down that long straight towards the finish line can be worth at least 2 to 3 tenths, at least. So a tow for Perez would have almost certainly put him within touching distance of pole position. But why did his teammate Verstappen get a tow? Why did his competitors get a tow, but not Verstappen? In qualifying 3, you tend to have, most teams and drivers tend to do 2 stints. They'll come out on a set of tyres, they'll do a quick lap, they'll come in, they'll change the tyres, and they'll go out again at the very last moment to do another final lap. And that final lap is usually when the car is, the engine is absolutely to the max, every tool is available, new set of tyres and so on, and with a sort of a 1 lap shootout. Now, in Baku, what has been happening amongst the teams is that a lot of the teams have been swapping drivers in that first stint and that second stint in terms of who is first out, with the teammate usually just behind. This is so the driver at the front of the two would be punching the air for the person behind, and then they swap it around. So, for example, Leclerc and Sainz. Sainz went out first in the first race. I think actually did on the second one as well. But Leclerc just behind in order to punch the air. And other teams have swapped them around. So one, like for example, Hamilton and George Russell had swapped around. One had gone first with the other behind in the first set or the first stint, and then they swap over in the next stint and so on. And this is to give every driver the opportunity, essentially, to have a long, nice slipstream down the long straight, which should add 2 or 3 tenths onto their time. Now, the best time to have this stint is on that very last part of qualifying, when there's a couple of minutes left, everyone's racing to get to the line, to be one of the last ones to cross, and then to put in that solid final lap with everything charged up, with a brand new set of tyres and so on. But Sergio Perez was nowhere to be seen when Max Verstappen left the pit lane. Why was that? Now, the rumour is that there was not enough fuel in Perez's car and they had to refuel it. However, and I don't blame people for this, it's now been widely speculated that this was deliberate in order to prevent Verstappen being a tow to Perez, because Verstappen probably would have had something to say if he was the tow to Perez, especially if Perez went on to out-qualify him. Now, Perez had been fastest, as we know, in Monaco by winning the race. He was faster in Monaco through all the practice sessions and in qualifying. And the same again here in Baku. He signs a new contract. We know about Jos Verstappen has come out and had his fair share of things to say about the situation and how Red Bull should be favouring Max Verstappen. But Perez has got better ideas. Perez believes he is in a fight for this world title. He believes that he is proving himself to be just as good or just as quick in this particular set of car as Verstappen, if not quicker, as the last couple of races have shown us. So Perez, the question is, did Red Bull deliberately hold Perez back to allow Verstappen to go out and set a time without being able to provide a slipstream to Perez? Were they essentially sacrificing, saying, you know what, if Perez doesn't get slipstream and he doesn't therefore qualify pole, we're fine as long as Verstappen's happy? Is this what's happened? To me, in my personal opinion, yes, I believe this is what's happened. And actually, Perez finishing in front of Verstappen without the tow, I think is a headache for Verstappen. it will be very interesting. We never really got to see it in Monaco because Monaco isn't an overtaken circuit, but it will be very interesting to see how they manage this race now. Will Perez be given a priority? Will Verstappen be told to keep his eye on any potential conflict? We know Verstappen in Baku has caused an incident with his own teammate in Daniel Ricciardo a few years ago. So it wouldn't be beyond Verstappen to try and race his teammate as hard as he would race a rival team. I think either way, it makes for a fascinating race. And starting on pole doesn't really do much. If there's a circuit where you really feel like you don't need track position at the start of the race, Baku's one of those. I'm expecting lots of overtaking. I'm expecting a safety car at some point as well. It should be interesting. I can't wait for lights out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did Red Bull deliberately hold Perez back in order to favour Verstappen? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, I'll be doing a live stream after the race where I will have your calls. You can come in and have your say. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the race after the race. I'd like to know what you guys think of this situation with Red Bull. Who should Red Bull favour? Should they be favouring anyone? Should they allow and say to Verstappen, look, Perez is as entitled to race as much as you are? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know on stream tomorrow after the Grand Prix. Till then, see you then.